Happy Wonderless Wednesday. And today I have my friend Wendy over at Broad Garden, Huntington Beach. And we're coming live from Bucket List Coach Web Show. And a little background, I've been a travel enthusiast for many years. I actually started in the travel space, and then I started podcasting. And today we're going to talk about celebrating National Broad Day USA. And super important to pay it forward to local businesses. It is also, let's see what we got here for today. We have Broad Day USA, Bosses Day, Department Store Day, Global Cat Day, and support your local Chamber of Commerce. We'll be doing a shout out to the Huntington Beach Chamber here in a little bit. So Absolutely. Go ahead and tell your story in just 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Broad Garden, Huntington Beach is in the studio. Thank you, Wendy. Great to see you. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks, Cindy, for having me again. It's great to see you.
So let's talk about today, celebrating National Broad Day USA.
National Broad Day. You know, it's funny because they actually have a National Broad Day, not the acronym, that is on the 13th, but it's actually Don't Wear a Bra Day. And so I'm like, well, most ladies that I know, that's probably not the best idea, but hey, you know, you do what you want to do. But today, the National Bra Day is for Breast Reconstruction Awareness Day. And there, you know, there's so many ladies out there, as we all know, that are affected by breast cancer. And some opt to do reconstruction, some do not. But there's a lot of ladies out there that just simply are not educated on what their options are as far as reconstruction. So that's what this day is all about, is really, you know, educating, empowering, you know, these ladies that are going through this journey. And for all of us, you know, the way we show our support of being behind them, knowing that, you know, we know what they're going through, kind of the challenges and struggles they may be going through. But today we wear pink in honor of them. And all these wonderful ladies that I've met, and whether in the OR or in the shop, like I said, it's a journey, and to show the support from the community. I'm already seeing it. You know, this morning I went by the grocery store and there were ladies wearing pink that I know, you know, from around town. And I thanked them, you know, thank you so much for wearing your pink today. And they were proud and honored to do it. You know, it's I was with a Superstars group this morning. They're fantastic, and everyone dressed in pink, and we were all together, and you know, just talking about the awareness of the breast reconstruction. But yeah, it's really great to see the support of the community.
That's great, and you're doing great things. And thank you so much for being a servant leader here in Huntington Beach. So, can you talk a little backstory on how you got started with the Broad Garden of Huntington Beach?
So kind of my passion, like I said, I also work in the operating room. So I'm a surgical technologist, which most people don't know what that is. They say, oh, you're a nurse. I'm not a nurse. I am the person that's scrubbed in with the surgeon. So I'm the one across the patient in the blood and guts, if you will, right? And I've been doing that a little over 18 years now, so almost 20 years. I've assisted in almost every procedure there is, except heart. I never want to be on a heart team, and too much call. But a big part of being in the operating room, though, I've assisted in, I think, pretty much every kind of breast case, whether it's breast augmentation or reduction or implant removals, mastectomies, lumpectomies, reconstructions, all kinds of those areas. And so Broad Garden, it does reach out, of course, for all the post-surgical needs for, you know, ladies and gentlemen. You know, a lot of men out there don't know that they can also get breast cancer. Yes. And, you know, it's important for everyone, of course, to check themselves, but kind of bringing that over. So it's, you know, I'm still in the operating room, but being able to help, you know, patients afterwards and continue on with their journey in the different stages, but also the everyday woman. You know, thank goodness not all of us are going to have breast cancer, right? And so it's just simply finding what works best on the body. You know, all of us ladies, so beautiful, are also different in sizing, different in shapes, different in many different ways, you know, tactile sensation, all kinds of things. So really catering to that part of the community. You know, it's really important. A lot of people say, oh, you know, you own a bra shop. Well, yes, we do sell bras. That is, a big part of it. But it's more the breast health part of it. So when you come in, we educate people. This is how you wear a bra. This is why you wear it. We make suggestions, different things so that you can have the best, longest outcome of your breast tissue as well. It's very important. So, some of our competitors, I wouldn't even call them competitors really, don't see that same foundation behind it. It's all about sales at the end of the day. But for us, it's more, like I said, about educating the community and making sure everyone's taken care of.
So one thing I want to talk about, and I'm actually not doing it either, is to get checked. I haven't been checked in probably 15 years. And
Okay.
I do have breast cancer in my family on my mother's side. So let's talk about how important that is.
It's very important, and even before you are talking about mammography and that kind of thing, it's really knowing your own body, right? So a lot of people, you've heard, of course, about self breast exams. Such an important thing. It's really getting to know being familiar with your own body. So when there are changes, maybe you feel a lump, maybe something's a little tender that wasn't before, maybe there's some redness, and different things that you're like, that hasn't been there. Definitely get it checked out, right? And just we go to our general practitioners, right, once a year and have our annual exams. Well, this is part of it, and very important. The sooner something can be found and diagnosed, you can get into the treatment of whatever type of cancers and things that they have, the sooner that they can do it, the better. So yeah, very important that you have that done. So go in and get yours done, Cindy.
I know. So we're on the website. And so anything going on this month? So who is your business of the month?
Business? Well, I don't really have a full business of the month. We have a cancer patient that we're helping. So annually in October, as we know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I reach out to one of the surgeons that I've assisted, and I ask them to refer a patient who financially is struggling because of the journey she's going through with breast cancer. And so through the entire month of October, we do an opportunity drawing where people can come in and buy tickets. We have, Cindy, amazing, amazing things that local businesses have donated for this drawing. And 100% all of the proceeds go directly to this cancer patient. And so I should have made a list of all these businesses. You really have to come into the shop and see. There's some fantastic things being offered this year.
That's great. And I want to do a big thank you on behalf of Lee Love and I for being a part of the Surf City Splash the last couple of years. And our recipient now, starting next year on January 1st, is the Museum of Huntington Beach. So we got some great things happening on January 1st. So thank you again for supporting us. We appreciate that.
I love it. No, that's fantastic. And such a fun thing. And I'm going to have to, I think, get up and actually go in the water this year. I'll see.
You haven't splashed yet?
I have a heart attack. I don't know. No.
Well, you're just supporting the cause, right?
It's great. It's great. Yeah. This community is so wonderful, Huntington Beach. And I know you started to mention, the Chamber of Commerce as well. It's such a different city and such a different community. And everyone is so supportive of each other. And, Chamber of Commerce has been huge. And you'll see several of the things actually that we have in the drawing donated from different businesses within the Chamber of Commerce as well. So a huge thank you to you, Cindy, the Chamber of Commerce, to all these people that are helping support us so that we can go out and help other people as well. It's fantastic.
Well, in honor of Chamber of Commerce Day, let's talk about the value of becoming a member of the Chamber and what it's done for you as well.
It's, I love the Chamber of Commerce. I go to a lot of the events as I can, if I'm not in the operating room or in the shop, right? So many different people, so many different businesses. And, as a business owner, I love to support other small business anytime I can. I think it's so important. And the foundation and the relationships that you build, we know with other people, other businesses, is just amazing. There's nothing like it. But there's also a lot of businesses out there that I was completely unaware of, that I didn't even know they did certain things. And being introduced to these different businesses in the Chamber of Commerce has been another, great benefit as a business owner, but also as a consumer.
Yeah, I'm actually in the middle of finishing my book. I dropped out of the chamber and Superstars and a few other of the networking events that I, would normally attend. But I definitely, hopefully sometime next year I could come back on. Kind of hard to, figure everything out at once. So it's
Right?
nice
It's a
to,
balancing act, that constant
yeah,
juggle.
exactly. So let's talk about coming up in November. November is National Gratitude Month.
Love it.
How are you going to express gratitude?
Well, actually, I'm hoping that you're going to help me since you are so fantastic at it, and I want to learn more from you. um, Gratitude is so important. But why don't you should explain to me or tell me a little bit more.
Well, my gratitude actually started many, many years ago. And just a couple years ago, I realized on my 16th birthday, it was Princess Diana and Charles' wedding. And I sent them a letter.
Oh,
And weeks after, I got a letter with the Buckingham Palace crest and everything on there. And about 10 years after that, I started a card and gifts business. And then back in 2018, I added travel to that. I also do like workshops and for people who want to learn how to podcast and do Facebook and Instagram and all that. So it's kind of a full concierge. And the giving heart just came from my mother and Princess Diana. She just inspired me, to give back. I do an orphanage trip a couple times a year. And so that's kind of where the whole servant leadership came into play. And about 15 years ago, I started doing fundraising in 2007. Yeah, 2007. I got about $15,000 donated. I did a Virginia Tech massacre event where I had all these different chefs and stuff. And after that, I said, I'm never going to do charity work again. And then in 2017, I moved here to beautiful Huntington Beach, California. And then that's where my love again for charity and giving back began. And so here we are.
It goes a long way. It really does. And, how you touch different people and, the relationships that are made and how that carries on. Maybe something that you did for them or to help in some way now allows them to help someone else. And like you said, pay it forward. It's great.
Yeah. So I don't know if you follow me on Instagram on my travel page, Bucket List Coach Travel. There is the profile photo. It's a young man, Down syndrome, probably in mid 30s. I met him a year before I started because I started my agency in 18. I moved to Huntington in 17. And 17 is when I met this young man. I ended up going up north for a few days. I wanted to go to the Santa Cruz Surf Museum. I walk out. I always say hi when someone crosses my path. I say hi to this young man, and he brings this big list. He goes, "Hi, how are you?" I'm great. How are you? Big old list, and it was his bucket list. And I actually, right now, I'm getting chills from my head down to my toes. So that's how you know what you're doing is your calling, because
Absolutely.
there's signs along the way. And anybody who's listening who's maybe starting a new business, definitely think of the Huntington Beach Chamber or in your area, join your local chamber, support your chamber, not just today, but every day. And support other small business owners. Think of ways that you can pay it forward. I talk about it in my book. When you have a one-on-one, instead of meeting on the computer, go to the Huntington Beach Pier. Go for a walk. We call it walk and talk.
Yeah.
Go for a little walk, get to know each other. Maybe go down to Newport Beach, go to like a dolphin and whale excursion. That's like $30 a person. It's a really great way for you to meet in real life instead of on the computer. And Zoom is great, but if you are connecting and building relationships with local entrepreneurs, go to your city, enjoy your city, explore. The Huntington Beach Surf City USA, they now have tours. I think once or twice a month. That's a good way to collaborate and get to know others as well. And you're getting an experience together, and you're going to have a lifetime of memories that you could cherish from 3 or 4 years from now. You have
Absolutely. It's not all about just that moment, but how it carries on. I totally can relate what you were talking about when you were talking about getting the chills, and similar in the shop as well. And, either if it is surgical related or not, I could go on and on and on with stories forever, but it's those moments where, either, like I said, post-surgically, that of course is a little bit more obvious, of how we can help. And, we array of prosthetics and bras and compression garments and everything that you can need, but again, that relationship and that camaraderie. And so, we see ladies of all different ages, from about middle school all the way up. And, the different things that do reach to you personally, right? That yes, you're helping someone and that's fantastic. But when you see the response from them of what you've done, getting a 19-year-old into her first bralette where she's only ever been able to wear, grandma bras her whole life because of her sizing, or, just different things. People have been through different things in their lives as well. So when they come in and have their fittings done in their appointments, which of course are complimentary, we don't charge anyone for that. It's too important to be about money. And, it's kind of almost not a confessional, but it's a very intimate, thing to fit somebody. And so a lot of ladies will open up and share many things that I'm sure they wouldn't want, the public to know, of course.
Yes.
It's those moments where you feel, that they feel safe and they feel secure and they're sharing things with you. And, in every fitting room, we have a box of tissues because we see tears of joy. We see tears as, like I said, as people are kind of reliving things in their head or different, aspects as well. But when they leave and they want to give you a hug and they're thanking you and they're smiling and again, it's giving me goosebumps right now. It means a lot. It means a lot. And you can see how you change them, but at the same time, they also change us. It's great. It's a great relationship.
Well, and it's really super important to get fitted, because I actually thought that I was a double D. Apparently, I'm a double F. So, and also it's good for your back, because if you're wearing the wrong bra, for t-shirts also, I wear a lot of t-shirts, especially when I'm on vacation. So
Right.
Let's talk about vacation.
Yes.
What are some suggestions?
Oh gosh. So traveling, it's so funny because sometimes the last things people even consider or think about is taking care of your garments while you are out and about. We were in a magazine article, an InStyle magazine this year, and it was all about,
congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, all about, traveling and preserving the bras. So you had mentioned t-shirt bras. So t-shirt bras are usually lined with some type of foam lining. Yes. And so, having said that, it has its own shape and you want it to keep that shape. If it gets bent and twisted and wrinkled, then you no longer have the smoothness under your shirts anymore. And so, a couple different ways when you are traveling, don't take those cups and fold them into each other, because the more you're twisting them back and forth and inside and outside, you're going to wrinkle them quicker. And so what I usually recommend for ladies, take your socks or your panties or something and put it inside the cups so it maintains that shape.
That's a great tip.
Suitcase.
That's a really good tip. Yeah.
They have all kinds of different travel bra carriers and all these things. So if you want to explore that, option as well, it kind of is a little bit more bulky and takes up more room. And, when we're packing and traveling, we're trying to cram in too much stuff already. So I like to try to use the things that are already going to be going on the trip, that you're going to be taking anyway. So that's a big one. Another thing, when you are traveling, let's say you're going somewhere where it is hotter and you're sweating a lot, right? And you're going to be there for a while. Again, you need to take care of that garment, because when you're sweating and you're getting all that bacteria soaking into the material of the bra and you're putting that back on day after day after day, you could end up with rashes, all kinds of sores, different things. So I recommend, we have them in the shop, but just, little travel powder laundry soaps. And we carry Forever New because that one is the safest, really. And it doesn't have a lot of weird chemicals and things. And but it's powder, right? So of course you can travel with it. You don't have to worry about it being the 4 ounces and all these kind of things. And then it's super easy. Just any water source that you have as you can, you just a little bit of that powder on the bras and clean it up and let them air dry. Then you're putting something fresh on your body again. If you don't have access to that. And another thing that I recommend to ladies all the time here, I used to have a great company that did liners that went inside the bottom of the bra for sweat. And unfortunately, the company went under, and I haven't found any that are just as good.
Wow.
So I haven't brought anyone else in. So what I now recommend is just bring panty liners and take a panty liner and put it under your breast, inside your bra, on both sides. Again, it's soaking away that sweat and getting that moisture off your skin, so your skin's not breaking down and your bra's not getting totally saturated where it starts smelling and stinking after 2 weeks because you've been down to the jungle or wherever,
Dominican Republic. Yeah, I remember going there last year. It was so hot. It
Oh,
was
I bet.
around 90 and 100% humidity. And
Oh, gosh.
you take a shower, you get out, and 20 minutes later, you want to take another shower. Yeah.
Right.
How about care of the bra? Like, what is it, woolite, or what do you suggest for care of the bra?
Not necessarily woolite. Like I said, in the shop, we carry Forever New. And we carry it in a powdered form because it doesn't have any harsh chemicals in it. It's a delicate soap, basically. And so for that, again, all bras have some type of elastic component to it, right? And you want your bra to last longer. So extreme heat, like the dryer, breaks down that elastic and makes it stretch out faster. Well, same thing, if you're using a detergent that is harsh and it's breaking down that elastic, your bra is going to stretch out faster again. And so we like to carry Forever New. That has been the best one I've seen, as far as, hypoallergenic and all these things that, I haven't had anyone had any kind of reaction to it, which is fantastic, but it also can be used on, it can be used on any laundry really, but on all the prosthetics as well. And so kind of both sides, and it's a great degreaser. It gets all the fat, everything out of, your oils from when you're sweating, out of the material well. But and we have scented and non-scented, right? Everyone has their preference.
So. Okay. And anything going on this week at your Bra Garden HB?
So we always have stuff going on, right? So in addition to the opportunity drawing, like I said, that goes through the entire month. So Halloween will be the very last day, and we'll be doing the drawings on November 1st. But this Friday, we have another great local small business owner, and she's coming out and she's going to be selling Mia Bella candles. Did I say that right? I hope so. And a portion of those proceeds also are going to the breast cancer patient that we're assisting this year. So she'll be at the shop this Friday from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. We'll have some little goodies and cookies and stuff, of course. It's always delicious on a Friday.
Yeah, there you go. There's her flyer.
Yes, thank you. Yes. So definitely come out, check out the candles, check out the shop. Wear your pink today, right? And show off your pink. If you do, post it, tag us at Broad Garden HB. We would love to see the support and see everyone out there, all of our ladies that we're helping, and show them people are supporting out there in the community and getting behind them. It's great.
Thank you. So one of the things I talk about at the end of the show is how we pay it forward. What are the things to pay it forward? For me, how I'm going to pay it forward, if anybody reaches out to me here at the web show or Bucket List Coach Travel, and you book a trip this month, I actually would donate my commission back to the cause. So if it happens after October, like say if someone books a trip, say March of next year, I'll just track that and it'll go to you, and then you could disperse that to that cancer patient.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
How about you? What would you like to pay it forward for this month?
Oh my gosh. Put on the spot, right? Paying it forward. In addition to the cancer patient and in addition to educating the community, I've been doing a lot of talks this month and just a lot of education. I'm looking forward to next month with you, Cindy. I want to see what kind of goodies you're going to bring into the shop as well. Speaking of, I think I need some more brownies too.
Well, you definitely had. I actually finished your mug yesterday.
Yay! I love it.
Mug and brownies, and I'm going to donate some social media workshops as well, follow-up workshop. So I have a flyer that I'm going to send to you here in the next couple of days.
Great.
And then you could display that at your shop.
I love it. I love it. And I love all the work that you do. It's anywhere I go. And, even this morning when I was with Superstars, I'm going to be on, on Cindy Lee's show. And they're like, oh, really? Everyone gets so excited as soon as they hear your name. It's great. And what you do and bringing businesses together and the community together and being involved. We appreciate greatly what you do. It's fantastic. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Well, saying that, let's do a big shout out to Carlitos in Huntington Beach as well
Yes.
as Fountain Valley. We had a very successful National Taco Day. So it was absolutely amazing. I actually spent 4 hours in Huntington Beach and I spent the rest in Fountain Valley. So from 12:30 until 8 at night, I was stimulating both of their businesses. So it's very amazing to be able to mark off our very first National Taco Day, because now National Taco Day is the first Tuesday, which makes sense. For many years, it's been on the fourth, and a lot of people still celebrate it on the fourth. And next year, I turned 60. So for my actual 60th birthday, I'm going to be going to Oshkosh Air Show. It's one of the largest air shows in the world, around 1,100 airplanes.
Wow.
But for my friend's birthday, with all my friends' birthday type of setup, the birthday 2.0, I'm going to be in Mazatlan, which will be in October around National Taco Day. So, but I'm trying to do whatever I can for Carlitos. Also, there's another restaurant that I'm going to be supporting either next month or December. We're trying to find a national holiday that's going to mesh. Really amazing teriyaki place right there off Beach Boulevard. So I'll be
Oh,
making announcements on that. So in
Yamas?
closing, let's talk about the chamber. Support your local Chamber of Commerce Day.
Yes.
Let's talk about that again, and then we'll close out.
Chamber of Commerce again. It's when I first joined, it's been a few years ago now. I was a little intimidated, right? Because it's just me. We're not a chain. I'm not a big corporation. I'm just this little shop in Huntington Beach. And, Broad Garden originally was in Fountain Valley for 11 years. And then I moved it to Huntington Beach. And a big part of that was for the community and the support and the involvement. And so when I first joined the chamber, and going to some of these meetings, and there's a lot of businesses, and there's, in every respect, right? From the little guy like me all the way up. It's kind of, at first I was a little intimidated, like, oh, are they going to even care what my shop is? Is this going to be weird? I mean, I talk about bras and half the guys cringe, right? So, and then, but as I got to know people, and start building these relationships and learning about the other businesses, and same thing, seeing the other business owners and their staff and their customers and coming to the shop, and it going both ways, and really supporting each other and helping each other. I feel very comfortable now. And like I said, I love going to the events, going to the mixers, the AM Connects, all these, fun events that they have going on all the time. They just, they always have things going on, but just, seeing everyone and seeing familiar faces around town, the people that you've met from the chamber, and it's, see them at the grocery store or wherever. And it's just kind of nice to have that additional support as a business owner.
Yeah, so I'm going to do a shout out real quick. So the chamber phone number is 714-536-8888. That's 714-536-8888. And email is hbchamber@hbcoc.com. And let's do a big shout out to Matt Leffering.
Yes, Matt.
About him.
Yes. He's like our HP hero, right? So everywhere you go, Matt's there. It's amazing. I don't know how he can be at so many places all the time. I would be exhausted. I don't even know. And that's coming from someone that worked in the operating room on 14 hours yesterday. So no, Matt's fantastic. He does such a great job. Everywhere he goes, everyone knows him. He's always so nice and so polite and covers everything so well. He's talented. We had our 2-year anniversary earlier this year, and he came out and did a piece for us. And it was beautiful. It's on our YouTube channel now. So if anyone wants to see it, Broad Garden HB, just like everything is. But Matt, cheers to you. You're fantastic. Keep it up.
All right, let's do some more shout outs. Who would you like to shout out to?
Oh my gosh, it's hard when you talk about specific shout outs because there's so many. So I feel like if I say about one and then don't mention another, and then I feel bad later.
We'll just do a whole shout out podcast. I like to shout out to Lisa Anton.
Okay.
She actually was one of your vendors a couple months ago, and she has this amazing product that I've actually been using to help when I had pneumonia a couple months ago. So, look for.
She actually was our speaker this morning at Superstar.
She was.
And so
Oh,
learned
okay.
a whole lot about Oliveta, and I definitely need to get some because all the inflammation and all these things that she was talking about, I'm like, yep, that's me.
Oh, awesome. And Lee Love, what do you got to say about her?
Oh, I love Lila. She's fantastic. I saw her this morning also. And, she's always around. She's supported Bra Garden for quite a while. She's brought in friends and family and to the shop and the Sand Dollars and Miss Huntington Beach. We have been a lot more involved with them this year. And it's been really great. She was there at our 2-year anniversary and all the big events that we have. Lee Love's always there. So thank you to you. Mwah.
Super Nas over at Superstars.
What's that?
Superstars. What do you got to say about that?
Oh, I love
Big
Superstars.
shout out to them.
This is a fantastic, fantastic business networking group. And I love it because the approach is different. There's not a whole bunch of quotas and deadlines and you have to do this and have to do that. It's more real. We are business owners and we are busy. And, you come here and everyone's busy, but we make this time. We get together once a week, all, local businesses as well. Huntington Beach, of course. And it's really great to connect. And again, even on a more personal level, because we do see each other every week, different events that are going on, the different businesses. Terry and Jerry are fantastic. I love them. They have, everyone in Superstars really has supported Bra Garden in some way or another, whether they've walked with us in the Susan G. Komen, more than Pink Walk, or if they've come to the events or been customers or donated items for, opportunity drawings, or it's almost become like second family. So yeah, no, they're fantastic. Thank you, Superstars. Thank you. Thank you.
Definitely a Ohana. Couple more shout outs for me. Rocky McKinnon with McKinnon Surf and Sup Lessons. When I moved here to Huntington Beach, I was terrified of the water. I'm still terrified of the water, but he's taken me out twice. The second time I popped up, and anything that you're doing, hire a coach who really knows their brand and knows the industry.
Mhm.
And if you're around the right people, you can accomplish anything. So I just wanted to shout out to him because it was a first challenge on. It was quite a challenge, I should say, on our very first lesson, and I actually cried out there in the Pacific Ocean.
Aw.
Cindy, you've been wanting to do this since you're 18 years old. Come on, you can do this.
Right.
I'd stand up, I'd fall off. I was right at the sandbar. I actually had a Casey Faulkner there and also Jeff in the museum. Big shout out to them. So it's just so important to surround yourself by the right people and find your ohana. That's really what it's about. And in closing, go ahead and shout out your websites and I'll put you in agreement.
So website, if you want to make an appointment to come in for your complimentary professional bra fitting, is bragarden.com. Both myself and my other fitter. Oh, I should do a shout out to my staff. Speaking of.
Definitely. It's National Bosses Day today. Do you know that?
It's what?
National Bosses Day.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah. So speaking of, my wonderful, wonderful staff. So besides myself fitting, I have another fitter. Her name is Monique. She is also certified mastectomy fitter. She came to us from Wizard of Bras, and they were open 49 years. She was there the last 10 years, and they unfortunately closed. And so she brings a lot of expertise and knowledge to the shop. So we welcome Monique. Heather, poor Heather. I love her. She's my front end manager, and she is the other half of my brain. So poor thing. She must write 50,000 Post-it notes for me a day to try to keep me on track and do everything. But she's fantastic. That's who you see as soon as you walk in. Also, Marilyn, she works with us on Thursday. She is another fantastic. She's also front end, and you'll see her when you come in. She comes out and helps me with a lot of the events that we do offsite. So big shout out to my staff. I love you guys. We wouldn't be able to do what we do if we weren't all so amazing together, right? So going back, yeah, so bragarden.com. You can book your appointment there on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. It's Bra Garden HB. It's where we post all of our events, things that are going on, sales, new products into the shop. Any fun things like today, it gets posted there as well.
But so call to action before we close out.
And I'm sorry?
Yeah. Do you have a call to action before we close out today?
A call to action.
Or anything like that. I'll do my call to action. So if
Okay.
you go to where'scindynow.com, WHERES, Cindy, CINDYNOW.com, or you go to YouTube and look for Bucket List Coach Web Show. Anyone who subscribes, I am giving you a free Bucket List ebook, which launches December 1st.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic. That's exciting. And for us too, anyone that comes into the shop for this entire month, of course, breast cancer awareness, you get, we have our pink, you're not gonna be able to see this on here, but our pink butterfly pins.
Oh, I love
our pink ribbon. Everyone gets one of these, of course. And then, of course, we have our Bra Garden bracelets that I'm sure you've seen around town too, for support with our pink ribbon as well. So handing out those this month as well. But definitely come in if you can and get some opportunity drawing tickets and help out the cancer patient. And Cindy, a huge, huge thank you again to you for having me on today. It was so great to see you again.
Thank you. And I will see you soon. I'm going to pop you in the green room and hang tight for about 30 seconds.
Okay, bye.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in today. If you go to the show notes, you'll be able to connect with Wendy and her staff over at Bra Garden. Make sure that you make those connections. Actually, you attend that fundraiser on Friday. Make sure that you get that done and share this broadcast. Hope to see you at one of the beaches of the world. We'll see you later.